Hey techies, this is Abbas from Coders Yard. In this video, let's gonna talk about tuples. And this channel is all about programming tutorials and tech related stuffs. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now let's go back to the topic. What is a tuple? Well, tuple is similar to a list that holds all combination of data types like string, integer and float, etc. Now let me show you how to create a tuple. Well, to create a list, we have used a square brackets, right? And Python considered it as a list. Likewise, for tuple, we must use a function brackets or a parenthesis. Let me show you with an example. So I'm using a variable called x. It holds a value as 1, 2, and 3. Now let us check the type of this variable. So for that, we have to use a type of function. So I'm printing as type of x. And see, it shows it's of type tuple, and this is how we create a tuple in Python. So now let us see how to access an element in a tuple, and it is similar to a list. We can access an element by using its index value and slicing. So now let me add two more elements in a tuple, say here 7 and 10. If I want to print the second element in this tuple, it is easy. We can just simply mention its index value. So I'm showing you that. So x of that is 1. It will give the second element in this tuple. And see, it works. So we can also perform slicing. That is, I want to start from third element of the tuple till last. So here I have to mention the starting index value, that is 2, and if I don't mention anything here, it will run up to the last of the tuple. So let me show you that. And see, it's working. So till now we have seen some similarities between a tuple and a list. Now let's talk about some differences. The major difference between a list and a tuple is list is mutable and tuple is immutable. So what's the term mutable and immutable here? So mutable means we can change the value, and immutable means we cannot change the value. Let me show you with an example. So I'm erasing this print statement and I'm creating a list. So L1, and it has a value say 10, 20, 30. So I'm printing now L1. I'm printing only the list here. And see, it prints here. So what if I change the value in a list? So L1 of, say I'm changing the first element to 5. I'm changing the first element to 5. Let me show you that. And see, the list is mutable. It has changed the value. Now let us try the same with tuple. I'm erasing the list here. I'm printing x, that is tuple. It prints the value I have mentioned here. Now let me change the element in a tuple. So x of, I'm changing the second value now. So 1 to 15. Let me run the script. See, it has thrown an error, that is we cannot change an element in tuple, that is immutable. Now let us see some other examples. We can concatenate two tuples by adding a plus operator between them. So let me show you that. I'm creating a tuple y with the elements of 7, 9 and 6 and 50. So I'm using a plus operator here and another tuple y. So this will concatenate two tuples. And see, the first tuple ends here and the second tuple starts here and ends here. So this is how it works. Can we delete a tuple? Let me show you that. We cannot change an element inside a tuple. but we can delete a tuple by using a del keyword. Let me show you that. Del, and you have to mention the tuple here. So I want to delete y, that is tuple y. So I'm printing the tuple here, that is y. And see, it has thrown an error because the tuple y has been deleted and Python has no variable called y, and that's why we got an error. So now let us see some other cool examples. We can perform some operations in tuple, that is count and index. So the count function, what it basically do is it will count the number of times the element got repeated in a tuple, and the index function, it will find the index of an element. So let me show you that. Before that, I'm erasing this. Now let me add an elements to the tuple like 3 and 8. So now let me print how many times the element 3 has repeated in this tuple. So x dot count of 3, and now let us print index of an element. So index of element 1. So let me run the script and see, the element 3 has repeated 2 times in this tuple, and the index of 1 is 0, that is the first index. So what if I print the index of the element 3? Will it print the first 3 or second 3 or both of it? Let me check it. See, it has only printed the first occurrence of an element. So till now we have seen some similarities between list and a tuple and differences between them and examples of tuples. So where we can use tuples? If you are defining a set of values that you're never gonna change, in that case you can use tuple instead of a list, and it has also a faster iteration than list while using loops. So let's stop here for today. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. So thank you for watching this video. Keep watching this channel for more Python videos.